In this short video presentation, I'll show you how to use an Hplc pump. So this is the Hplc pump. It has a display from where you control it. This is the two pistons and from down here is actually the water pumped out. So the display has different modes, and these can be go through by clicking this button. So first of all we have the milliliters per minute, so that's the rate by which you pressure. Then we have the current pressure, the maximum pressure we will allow, and then the lower pressure. That's pretty much it. Once I set this to run, I can do this in two ways: prime full speed and run stop normal speed. So let's try to take a full speed, and you'll see the water will come out here. It's all now connected. Actually there is a splitting of the water coming out, so one part goes to this, which is a so-called PRV. PRV is a pressure release valve. It has a spring that you can tighten through this knot, and there's a piston inside here, and once you set the spring to a certain value, this will control when you will release the pressure, hence the name pressure relief valve. So this is currently set to 3,500. Going above this pressure, the water will come out here. So this is the safety mechanism. So if I now hit the prime button, there's actually an opening here where the water can come out. So I put a piece of water under and click prime. And you see the water is now spraying out here. So I just stop it again. So what we have to do in the exercises is we have to fill the spiral reactor here with the precursor solution. In order to do that, we need to take it apart. So I untighten it here. And now it's just a question of getting the pieces apart. Okay, maybe it's easier to use a tool. So I simply just unscrew it. Then I take a syringe. For this demonstration purpose I just use water. And I inject into the spiral reactor. I just turned it upside down so you can see this has to be a bit more tight. So actually you have to deform the plastic to make a tight seal, and then you see the water dripping out here while I fill the reactor itself. So it can contain about 1.5 milliliters of solution. So before taking off the screw, I attach the pump. And this is difficult to do in a fashion where you can see what I'm doing, but all I need to do is actually to put these two parts together. And in case you're in doubt, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, that's the way to get them. Once they are reasonably tight, you use these tools just to make a slight pressure so that they are really tight. Then I take off the syringe and I put on the plug instead. So in this way the system is tight, and when I then apply the pressure, it will actually build up pressure instead of allowing it to pump through. So again I just take the wrenches and tighten the plug. So this is now tight. So what I can do is I can hit the prime button down here, and you'll see it immediately build up pressure. Then I can click on run stop and click on run, and I can click on mode to see the pressure, and now you see the pressure is building up. So this is actually a quite high pressure. This is about 100 bars, but these are steel fittings and they can easily take it. Still, one has to be careful when doing this. So right now it's dropping a bit dramatically, so what I would have to do is I would have to check my sealings. For this demonstration purpose I'll not do that. What I would do is I would take the reactor, put it into the hot oil bath where it would cook, and I would leave it there for the time given in the manual, and then after that time I would take it out again, put it into the oil to the water bath and let it cool down, and after that I would release the pressure. So you see now the pressure has dropped to 0, and then I simply untie the plug unscrew it, take a glass vial, and then I can prime. Have to. When it goes into faulty, you have to click Run Stop, and then you can click Prime, and then it simply pushes my reactant into the vial, and I can say stop, and I've collected my product, which I just need to wash and then do X-ray power refraction.